Well, welcome back, everybody. Relentless Talk Radio on episode 3 with Taylor Nelson today from Nelson's Mandalas. I love the play on the name. It's so cool. So tell everybody who you are and what your biz is.
Yeah. So I'm Taylor, and as you said, my business is Nelson's Mandalas. And play on words, my favorite type of art that I do, I'm an artist, are mandalas. And so that's where that name came about. But I do anything from a small, drawing work to large murals for clients. And as well as I do henna tattoos that's from birthday parties to large corporate events.
So tell everybody what a mandala is for folks that don't know what that means.
Sure. Mandala, it's a sacred circle, and it's representing of connection, kind of like the wholeness and interconnectedness that we have in life. So that's like a lifetime of studies if you're really interested in what mandalas are. But for myself, drawing them is a huge form of meditation that has become a very sacred practice for myself. And that's how it started, was just a means of healing during a more difficult time. And it blossomed into a business, which I had not anticipated.
So mandalas are not just like Indian, because you and I both have yoga in common. So I'm a registered yoga teacher. I've been practicing for 19 years. So mandalas for me, initially I became aware of them through Hinduism and the practice of yoga, but they're actually kind of universal. There's mandalas in all kinds of religious.
Yeah, it's all across the board of all religions, all cultures, and they kind of can't help but be that way because of their universe, like they're universal. So they are kind of in our makeup of everything that we are and do. So it's going to be seen in nature in different cultures and across different religions.
So there's Celtic and there's Indian, there's Hindu, there's Buddhist, but the mandala has been kind of embedded in our spiritual journey forever, right? A labyrinth is kind of like a mandala, right?
And that one is I found out a few years back. I'm Norwegian, so we got Viking in my roots here. And the Vikings used to walk the labyrinths before going into battle, which is kind of ironic, but it was like their meditative practice before they went into their battle. It got them into that kind of concentrated, focused state.
Into the zone, right?
Yeah, into the zone.
So what have you learned? Because you're relatively young. I mean, I'm not telling you something we all don't know. I'm looking at you. Are you a Z? Are you a Z or a Y or a millennial?
I get that confused. I'm a millennial, so
millennial.
Whatever that is.
That is. I don't know what the years are, but I think the Z's are the young ones, right? And then you guys are the millennials. So you guys get kind of a bad rap.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. we want everything and think we're entitled to it. Maybe is that.
So you're a millennial and you're in business, which is kind of actually, in a way, millennials are jumping into business a lot sooner than like folks from my generation who still thought there was job security. Like
right. Yeah, and I think for my generation, it's like God bless our parents and them doing what they had to do. But I think seeing the route that most of them went down is not something that's very enticing for my generation. So
you don't see any security in working for a company.
No, you get let go. I've witnessed it in my own family. And so, and then there's,
how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah, how old are you in 2008?
8th grade.
Yeah. So you watched like the recession kind of, wow. From my perspective, that's pretty interesting, right? So you watched the recession from a very interesting spot.
Yeah. Well, then there's like the combination of, there's no real security, but then there's also no real joy in a lot of the safe route that we watched our parents go down. So it's kind of like if you're going to not have security in what you're doing, you might as well be doing what you love and kind of go the route that you're passionate about.
So I love that. So you're basically a lifestyle entrepreneur too, because you've decided that you actually want to make a business out of your spiritual practice, essentially.
Correct.
You want to get paid to meditate.
Yeah. Is that
right?
Like a millennial, if you ever heard one?
So you can do restaurants, like green restaurants or yoga studios, or really a good partner for you might be somebody who's an architect that's working with spas and those types of things, right?
Yes. Yeah. I love anything that has to do with the overall wellness, whether it's mind, body, spirit. And so, like you said, restaurants that are, health conscious, and of course, yoga studios are fit the bill for all of those different areas. So yeah, those would be great referrals for me as far as mural work. And even henna is a fun thing that I've gotten hired for from companies, and it's kind of like an added event that they can use to draw more clientele in for different parties or events that they might have.
So you do henna tattoos as well, which is not really a permanent tattoo. It lasts for how long? Like, it's drawn on your hand, right, or your foot or your leg or whatever. It's on your skin, and it lasts for how long?
About a week to 2 weeks.
So it's great for, like, I don't know, bridal parties or.
Yeah, I've done it from like drawing cars and trucks on little kids at their birthday parties to doing full back pieces and very elaborate, intricate designs for bridal showers, weddings, and things like that.
That's pretty cool. So what's your website?
It is nelsonsmandalas.com. So Nelsons is my last name, and then Mandalas, not Mandela. It's Mandalas.
I love the plant. And are you like a fan of Nelson Mandela, the dude?
Nelson Mandela. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it couldn't be more fitting. He obviously stood for equality and for peace, and did a lot for his people. And so big respect to that. I am no way claiming.
Yeah, but you can't even help it, because if I was doing Mandalas, it'd be Micalizzi Mandalas, right? So your last name's Nelson. It's just happened to work out that way, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's too funny. Now, you're a member of my BNI, so BNI Paragon. We meet on Wednesday mornings at 9:30. I have to say, as a fellow artist, I'm super impressed. There's one of my paintings behind me.
I love it.
Yeah,
cool.
That was for Conscious Capitalism in last year's Art of Fearless Giving Back series. So I'm super proud of you for kind of jumping into the business realm as an artist, like right out of the gate. It's super smart. And because you have a commercial part of your business, which is doing mandalas in commercial spaces. So it would make sense for you to actually show up where there's business people.
Yeah.
Right. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Go to your website. What's your cell phone?
630-877-0519. So Chicago.
Chicago says, yeah, we have to get you to change that. So say it again.
630-877-0519.
And behind you are mandalas, right, on the wall?
Yeah, here's some of my.
Take one closer to the camera so we can have that be what people see when they're looking.
I can tip this too.
Oh, look at that! See the cool.
These are from my first children. Yeah. These are from a couple of years ago, and I have them. This is my wall that I leave when I go out of my apartment, and so it's kind of a reminder of where it's like a constant reminder of how far I've come since drawing some of my first mandalas. And then I have some of more of my newer canvas pieces when I walk in, as a reminder of kind of what I keep. My goal is
to checking over time. So you're actually, the mandalas that you do are huge, right? You have a humongous mandala that you have. What was the one that's on your website? It's a gray and white. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's actually local. So that's at Elevate Yoga Studio downtown Phoenix. They're on 3rd Avenue in Roosevelt, and it's mandala-esque. It's a giant phoenix bird, and it's got a lot of cultural, spiritual symbolism within it, and represents the downtown Phoenix community. And that one is 12 feet wide by 10 feet high, so it's a good.
So 12 feet wide by 10 feet. That's humongous. That's humongous, and that's actually in my neighborhood, so I'm gonna have to go check it out.
Yes, and take a yoga class too while you're there.
The yoga class while I'm down there, right? So you and I are going to do a series of yoga classes where we're going to find some free yoga across the valley, and we're going to meet and we're going to invite people to come do yoga with us, right?
Yes. Heck
So
yeah.
that was your homework when we met. I know you came to have lunch with me and walked away with homework, right? You're like, wow, this lady gave me homework.
Love it.
So we just went down to the sound bath at the Phoenix Art Museum. So the next one is on June 15th. So we're gonna put an event on Relentless Talk Radio. People can meet us on June 15th and September 7th at the Phoenix Art Museum for the free gong bath. All they gotta do is pay for a ticket to get into the museum. Or if they're super lucky, maybe they're members, they get in for free and they can bring somebody with them, right?
Right. Yeah.
For my +1. And it's at the Agnes Pelton exhibit, so it's really amazing. But you're going to do some research for me and find out where you have some free rooftop yoga in downtown Phoenix, right?
Yes.
And then people can come back to relentlesstalkradio.com and I'm going to have an event page on my website, but they can also go to Relentless Talk Radio on Facebook and see the events there.
Yes. And one more thing, if for those of you that don't want a giant mandala on your wall or art piece, I do have and if you're into yoga, some yoga clothing. I started a clothing line a few years back, and I'm not pushing that anymore, but I have still have some inventory if that's something that people are wanting.
So you gotta bring me some swag so I can shout it out. I can wear it and like, you know, so bring some swag so I can wear it to the yoga thing. And what's the name of the yoga brand? Is there a website for it?
It's on my website, nelsonsmandalas.com, and there's some images there. It's currently selling out of Elevate Yoga Studio as well as Urban Yoga downtown Phoenix. So it's located in a few yoga studios, and then if you directly message me, I can set you up.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that you and I should meet at Elevate and Urban Yoga and do a Facebook Live and like look at your work and show it to people. So we'll make a date to do that too, okay?
Perfect.
All right. So I'm going to go scoop up April. She's in the gate. She's in the green room. Our green room is on Relentless Talk Radio in private messenger. So isn't that funny?
Love it.
So, do you have a project in the gate right now that you're working on, or do you have one that you want to work on?
I think, so right now I've been doing some other like graphic design freelance work, and then now in the gate is getting some more mural gigs, and I've got some of those things in the work, which is exciting. And
do you have anybody that you want to call out and say, hey, call me? Call me.
Maybe. Call me definitely if you are a yoga studio or a up-and-coming cafe or restaurant that deals with health-conscious foods.
All right. So now I got my eye out. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna be like, I spy. I'm gonna be texting you from all the weird places saying, I just met so and so on the street, and you have to call them right away because they're opening up a restaurant or they're, you know. I think that Savannah. Have you been to Savannah in Cave Creek?
No, I haven't.
I think you should go stalk them.
Okay.
They must have some. Savannah, if you're watching, I'm calling you out. They must have some walls that would be perfect for what you're doing.
Excellent.
And they have an $89 deal right now going on. So there you go, Savannah. Free plug. It's until May 27th. You can do a staycation at Savannah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So Doc and I did one of those last year and just totally loved it. It's really cool. So stalk them and tell me what you think.
Okay.
All right. So we'll see you tomorrow morning on Wednesday. And I'm really, thanks for being prompt too and like speaking up the art and fashion section. And I look forward to doing more yoga with you.
I'm looking forward to it too. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
See you later. Take care.
Bye.